All right, friends, birthday celebration is just winding down. It's been a good 10 days. I thought I'd get up this Sunday morning and cook my family some homemade waffles. So I'm going to start off with melting some butter. And I'm going to use 2 cups of some baking flour. I'm not promoting any brand because I'm not compensated for it. You saw the bag, but I'm sure you can use any brand that you like or whatever you have on hand. All right, you want to start with a large bowl. Pour your baking flour in there, and I'm sure you can use all-purpose flour too. I forgot to say that. All right, I'm going to add sugar into my flour. You want to honestly start with mixing all of your dry ingredients together. And the recipe will be in the description part of the video, so I encourage you to follow that more than the video because in the essence of time, there was a few edits. I know for the sugar, I added a good 1/4 cup. Some people add a tablespoon or 2. I added 1/4 of a cup. I added 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of some baking soda, and take my little whisk and whisk it in together. It's the same as sifting, so you want to whisk real good. That helps aerate your dry ingredients so you can have a fluffy waffle. All right, I had to clean up a little bit. Now I'm going to add my wet ingredients, everything except for the melted butter right now. So I'm adding 2 eggs. I did drop a shell in there. I got it out with my finger. I've heard you can use a paper towel or the eggshell. I'm using a combination of 2 milks, 1 cup buttermilk, and about 3/4 cup of whole milk. Adding 2 teaspoons of my vanilla extract. I had to go get another container of vanilla extract. I ran out in that first one, so it took me a minute. All right, give it a little whisk. And these are going to be spiced, not heavily spiced, but lightly spiced waffles. So I'm going to add some allspice into my waffle batter. About 1/4 of a teaspoon, no more than 1/2, so that it's not overbearing. Give it a little whisk. Now you take your dry ingredients and pour it into your wet ingredients. Give it a mix. And you notice I'm just using a spoon. I'm not going to pull out my mixer or my hand. My stand mixer. I'm just going to use a spoon. Because I figured, back in the day, they didn't have all that electricity. They just used what they had. So I'm using a spoon today. And I like to let my batter sit for about a minute or 2 until you can see a little bubbles. I poured in the melted butter. My camera didn't catch it. Gave it a whisk. And now I'm using about 1 ladle of batter on my waffle maker. No more than 1.5, or it will spill over. And I flipped it over and set my timer on my stove for 2 minutes. My bae is looking over my shoulder and says that's perfect for him. It's kind of light for me. I like mine a little darker and a little thicker. So I'm going to try it again and going to pour in exactly 1.5 ladle. That big spoon you see there, I'm going to call that a ladle. 1.5 of that, fill it in on each side so it's nice and fluffy evenly. And I can tell it might run over a little bit. It's okay, it happens. Just clean up your mess if it does. Wipe the sides down if it happens to you. It's no biggie. All right, again, set the timer for 2 minutes. Flip it over. And let's see. Looks good. Oh, it's beautiful, right? So today I'm making about 4 or 5 waffles. Each family member is here today, so we'll each have one, and the leftovers my bae will take for lunch in the morning. And I forgot to tell you, please forgive me, brush your waffle griddle on each side. I have a mixture of melted butter and some avocado oil mixed together so that your batter does not stick to your waffle iron. All right, last one, so you can see how consistent your waffles will turn out. That's 1 ladle, 1.5. Close it. And we've had this waffle iron for years, and it's pretty good. All right, again, I let mine cook for 2 minutes. Now you can let yours cook for about 1.5 minutes if you don't like it as brown as I do. You see that color right there? That's what I like. That's how I like my waffles. The previous ones you saw, those were for my family members. They like theirs a little lighter. So for the lighter waffles, do about 1.5 minutes. But if you like yours like I do right here, 2 minutes. And we're having it with diced pineapple, some breakfast smoked sausage, and scrambled eggs. You won't see me eat it, but I'm going to show you how it cuts. I'll pour some syrup over it. I'm just using some regular syrup. I prefer maple syrup, but I'm all out, so I'm just using some regular pancake syrup. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I'm so proud of myself. Look at that. Perfect. Let me taste it for you. Oh, yeah. I did that. I did. All right. I'm going to do a story time for you, so stay tuned. Peace. Thanks for watching.